So today we're doing a scavenger hunt, and it's testing you on your skill about order of operations. I taught this before, like right at the beginning of the year, and then, some time has passed. A lot of you might think like order of operations are really easy, all right, also known as PEMDAS. And it really kind of is, but if you make like one little mistake, it does throw off the rest of the problem. So that's why we're testing you on that today. Hang on. Miss Manina? Yes. Hi. Michaela, you live in the office. I'm not gonna write you. All right, so order of operations. Here's the specs for them, also known as PEMDAS. So the P is for parentheses. You do any grouping symbols first. So that could be parentheses, brackets, absolute value bars. You always simplify what is inside them first. Once you get it down to just a single number in those grouping symbols, then you move on to the next step, which is exponents. All right, and then multiplication or division from left to right. Why is that in the same step, the multiplication division?
Whichever comes first.
It's whatever comes first in that particular problem. So like how you read a book, right? Go from left to right. If you see the multiplication symbol first, then you do multiplication first. If you see the division symbol first, then you divide first. It just depends on the problem. So give them equal weight when you're doing that. Same thing with addition and subtraction, also from left to right. So sometimes you'll add first, sometimes you'll subtract first. It just depends on the problem. Any questions about that? All right, we'll do a warm up, like we'll do one of the problems together to kind of get you warmed up and like refreshed. Now, whatever you don't finish is homework. All right, so here's how you can find it. So that's why you have to be productive and go through these. There's 12 problems total, all on something that you guys should be familiar with, but here's how you can finish it at home. So I'm in this week's folder in Schoology. You see today's date, October 25th. And then you see the order of operations scavenger hunt, like assignment link. This is where you can also submit it. Like I'll check these first thing tomorrow, so don't lose them. But if you don't get full points, because it's not finished tomorrow, then you have to upload it here. All right, but right under the instructions, and I do this for all assignments, you can click this link, hit view, and you can see the assignment. You can see like all the things that I have hanging on the wall, the problems are in here. All right, and how you know like what order to do them in is based on your final answer. So like this one says previous answer 35. So if you get an answer for one of them and you look around and you don't see any of the previous answer bubbles with your answer, what do you think happened? You probably messed up somewhere. And I can help you figure that out. So if you have trouble with that, let me know. But that's a good way to check yourself. If you can't find your answer on any of these little bubbles, you probably did something wrong. And all these numbers work out nicely. If you're getting the weird answer, like just let me know, I can help you out. But we'll do this one together. Don't necessarily write this one down yet, because I'm gonna have you all start at different spots and then go in that order. But like just know that we did this one together. So you should know how to do this one when you get to it. All right, so order of operations. PEMDAS. What do we do first?
Parentheses.
Good, so I have some grouping symbols here. What's 8 minus 3?
5.
Good. And then bring everything else down. Normally, I will leave like the parentheses around there so that if there's any numbers outside the parentheses that I remember to multiply them. All right, but once you get it down to a single number, these no longer mean grouping anymore, they mean what?
That's nice.
Multiplication.
Oh.
All right, so that'll go in the multiplication step. But any questions so far? All right, so we did the parentheses. Do I have any exponents?
No.
So move on to the next step, which is multiplying or dividing from left to right. So what are we doing first?
9 minus 5.
Dividing. All right. So scan it from left to right, look for multiplication or division. We see the division sign first, so we simplify that first. What's negative 5 divided by 5?
1.
And it's a negative 1. Good. And then bring everything else down. So I have 9 minus 1 times 2 plus 6. Now what do I do next? What am I multiplying?
Negative 1 by 2.
Which is
Negative 2.
good, and then bring everything else down. So I have 9 minus 2 plus 6. Any questions so far?
No.
All right, so we finished the multiplying, dividing step. Again, from left to right. Now we're on the adding or subtracting step. Also from left to right. So will I add first or will I subtract first?
Subtract.
In this problem, we are subtracting first. Because again, you go from left to right, whichever one comes first. They're in the same step. All right, so what's 9 minus 2?
7.
7. And then bring everything else down. We just have one left. What's 7 plus 6?
30.
13. And then since my answer is 13, if I was doing this at home, I would scroll down until I find the one that says previous answer 13. And here you guys will walk around and find the one that says it, which is right there actually. All right, but just to show you, scroll down in here until you find it. I think it's on this page. It's on one of the pages. See, there you go. Then you would do this one next. All right, but any questions about that?
Not at all.
All right, and again, don't throw away your paper. I'm gonna check them tomorrow first thing. Now I'm gonna assign you like for where you're starting at. Okay, so just right now, remember the number that you're being assigned. So Seth, you'll be 1. Jericho, what comes after 1?
Ten.
All right, and then you'll be 1, 2,
3,
6.
11. And a 1. You're 1.
oh, and then you'll be 1. No. You're 12, and then you are 1.
2.
Okay, so good. Remember your numbers. Now I'm going to tell you where you're starting at. So listen for your number. If you are 1, you're going to start here. 2, 3, 4, 5 under the M, 6 under the T, 7 on the calendar, 8 on the table, 9 on the cabinet, 10 on the door, 11 on this wall, and 12 right there. Is anyone confused? Anyone not know what you're doing?
Oh.
Okay, so then get started, go in that order. And if you have questions, let me know.